Rain lashed against the windows. Wind howled like a hungry wolf. Emma shivered, pulling her blanket tighter.
Oh, this storm is really something.
Lightning flashed. Thunder boomed. Emma jumped, her heart pounding. She tried to focus on her book, but the words blurred.
Come on, Emma, just concentrate.
Another clap of thunder rattled the windows. Emma glanced nervously at the clock. It was late. Where were her parents?
Where could they be? It's so late.
Suddenly the lights flickered and died. The room plunged into darkness. Emma gasped, her book tumbling to the floor. Silence. The storm seemed to hold its breath.
Oh no, not now.
Emma felt a prickle of fear on the back of her neck. She fumbled for her phone, its screen a faint beacon in the dark. No signal.
Great, no signal. Just perfect.
Emma took a deep breath, trying to stay calm. She remembered the candles in the kitchen. Slowly she rose from the couch and crept towards the door, her heart pounding in her ears.
Okay, just get the candles. Everything will be fine.
As Emma reached the hallway, a sound made her freeze. A knock. A slow, deliberate knock at the front door. Who would be out on a night like this? Emma's mind raced. Her parents wouldn't knock. They had a key.
Who could that be? Mom and Dad wouldn't knock.
She inched closer to the door, her hand trembling as she reached for the handle.
Who is it?
Her voice came out a shaky whisper. Silence. Then the voice came again, low and raspy, sending chills down Emma's spine. The figure. Let me in.
Oh my God. Who are you? She asked, her voice barely a whisper. She didn't want to open the door, but what if it was someone who needed help?
"Let me in," the voice insisted, closer now, more urgent. Emma's hand flew to her mouth to stifle a gasp. She didn't recognize the voice. Fear coiled in her stomach like a snake.
Emma could hear heavy breathing on the other side. Taking a deep breath, Emma decided to risk a peek. She slowly raised her hand and peered through the peephole. A tall, shadowy figure filled the frame, its face obscured by the darkness. Emma's blood ran cold.
"Please," the figure rasped, its voice closer now, as if it were right on the other side of the door. "I need help."
Emma's hand trembled as she reached for the deadbolt. She hesitated. Something felt wrong, deeply wrong. Suddenly the door shuddered. A powerful force slammed against it. The deadbolt held, but barely.
Emma screamed.
Again and again the figure slammed against the door, each blow more violent than the last. Wood splintered. The frame groaned. Emma knew it wouldn't hold much longer. Panic surged through Emma. She spun away from the door and ran. She had to hide, but where? She scrambled down the hallway, her breath coming in ragged gasps. The front door finally gave way with a deafening crash. Heavy footsteps pounded through the house, each one sending a fresh wave of terror through Emma. She could hear the figure getting closer. Emma squeezed her eyes shut, her heart pounding against her ribs. She was trapped. There was nowhere left to run. Then silence. The footsteps stopped.
Emma held her breath, listening for any sound. But there was nothing, only the sound of her own ragged breathing and the storm raging outside. Cautiously, Emma opened her eyes. She was alone. The house was empty. The only sign of the intruder was the shattered front door, swinging open to the street. But as Emma stared at the wreckage, a single thought echoed through her mind. Where had she gone?